book men. Everybody put your hands together, give a really big round of applause for Ming Chen.
What's up, Pensacon? How you guys doing? Welcome. Welcome back. Anybody's first time? All right. You guys gotta come back every year. Come back every year because it's your life changes from this point forward. I've been to like 300 cons. This one's the best. This one's the best. You know why? Because it's in Pensacola. It's in the Panhandle. Because you guys are amazing. Back in 1994, a movie came out, changed cinema, independent cinema forever. Now in 2023, we're still talking about it, and that's because it's still relevant. And the power of Kevin Smith, who one day will get here at Pensacola. One day, I'm working on it. I swear I'm working on it. But without further ado, we basically brought all of the Music Universe to you guys today here at Pensacon. So without further ado, introducing the cast of Clerks, Clerks 2 and Clerks 3. I'll just go by where I see here. Mary Gigliotti, Scott Schiavo, Brian O'Halloran, Jeff Anderson, and Trevor Fairman, and Austin Zedger. They are of Clerks. Clerks 2 and Clerks 3. Did we lose somebody? We just already? We already lost somebody. All right, well,
the person, Austin is a massive blogger and content creator. So he's in the back right now making sure his camera's all bright and straight and stuff. It's just focused on his one seat, just so you know.
So like, do we have to TikTok dance and lip sync now?
No, he doesn't do that. He makes like real videos.
All right, like,
it's Austin Jager, everybody.
Austin Jager, everybody. Austin, I don't have to show my ass or anything, do I? Or will that?
Just the left cheek.
My left cheek is awesome, by the way.
I bet you have a tattoo.
On the cheek? Not yet. I'll go get one tonight. Where's the nearest tattoo parlor? We got a lot of people. Not a lot of time. There's an audience mic here, audience mic there. Very rare chance to ask these guys a question. But Austin, I got to start off with you. Were you even born when the first Clerks came out? 1994.
1 year after, I was born in 95.
Wow.
I know!
I read up very quickly too.
Right behind Jeff Anderson, everybody.
We should have asked them the first question because they're going to die soon.
The only thing worse than that announcement would have been, and that's because Holland's my dad. Then I was like, oh, fuck me. And then I'm like, wait, I'm not Kevin Smith. I don't put kids in my films. And I can say that because he's dating her, so. Yeah, Harley and...
Yeah, I do date Harley Quinn Smith.
How do you think he got it? Not well, but...
Yeah, it's a Kevin Smith movie.
Sing!
Approached you.
What is
like,
this, the Austin show?
It wasn't even born.
Let's
Ming's just trying to fucking suck up to that Gen Z fucking millennial TikTok bullshit.
He's like, I'm into our TikTok
Austin's
followers.
dating Kevin's daughter. I'm only talking to him. Suck
Hey,
up.
be nice to me.
We're nice to you. We're fucking with Ming. Relax.
This is going to be 45 minutes of fucking with Ming.
Well, by the way,
That's really the name of the panel.
I know.
Fucking with Ming.
You guys have seen comic book man, right?
More version of it. By the way, if you're in here, you have kids, you think this is kind of a PG kind of thing, you're in the wrong fucking room.
I think we should have said that already.
I'm going to tell you right now. One of you fucks are going to bring up a donkey show. Someone's going to talk about snowballing, and next thing you know, it's a long fucking ride back to Boulder, Alabama.
You said donkey show and that kid dressed up like Joe Dirt just raised his
If some young kid dresses as Joe Dirt, nothing we're going to say is fucking going to rattle him. That kid's got more game than we even have. He can teach us. He's like, snowballing, that's so 1993. Let me tell you about backdoor double fucking fists. And I'm like, whoa!
I love that he's cosplaying as a jizz mopper.
fun explaining that. All right, there was our warning. Anyway, you're here after that. You're on your fucking own. There are some adults here that are like, I've never heard that.
Remember when Ken was like, hey, I got Clerks 3 coming up, I want you to be in it. Were you sitting in his massive living room on the 3rd floor of his house? And did he sit you down? I was like, I got something very serious to ask you.
No.
Okay.
I was in Dallas, Texas, with my girlfriend Harley Quinn-Smith. She was doing a show, and I was very extremely into crypto.
He was
at the time.
massaging Kevin. Go ahead, finish the story.
And I was like, Kevin, it'd be really cool if you added like some crypto stuff in a movie, like you could be like the first one or whatever. And then he was like, okay, cool, yeah. And then, sorry, if you hate that's in the movie.
No, not at all.
But then, basically, he said I wrote you a part. And then I immediately had to watch Clerks 1 and 2 before I could read the script.
Wait, you were dating his daughter, you hadn't seen, had
Yes.
you seen any Kevin movies?
The only one I had ever seen was Zack and Miri Make a Porno.
Okay.
And it may or may not have been the first movie that I
Ever
touched
saw?
myself to.
That part when Jeff gets shit on his face?
What?
Some of the first boobs I've seen.
Oh. Oh, I thought the double Dutch rudder that did it for you.
You said you were born in 1995, right?
Yeah.
You know there's porn on the internet, right?
Wait, you mine crypto? You don't know about internet porn?
You want to see Austin get excited? God, she frosted me like a cake.
And he kept putting me more and more into this movie, and then I was very fearful, like, oh no, people are not gonna be real into this new guy coming in, trying to hang out with. I mean, personally, if I grew up watching the Clerks movies, I would not want to see myself in.
You're born, don't you?
Exactly. Basically, I lost my train of thought.
Oh, okay. Alright, then you got to the movie.
Yeah.
Alright, and it crushed.
Oh, no, then he made me silent blockchain.
Oh, right, so he took away all your lines.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Spoiler alert. Not everybody's. Who has not seen Clerks 3? Get out! All right, so now everybody.
It's been long enough already, so spoilers are off the, doesn't matter if you
Well,
listen to them.
I have my own agenda. The only reason is I'm selling copies of the Blu-ray at my table, $50 side. So come on by, get your own copy now. It comes with a digital copy. All right.
Let's all just watch it right now.
Yes, cue the
From
movie.
beginning to end.
Nobody has questions? Oh, no, go to the mic.
Two
Go to the
mics.
mic.
There's two mics.
He's my hero.
Yes, your question.
So I just feel like starting shit. Why don't you go ask to Mouse?
We're really into church, aren't we?
That's what makes it funny.
I wish I brought my little basket on a stick. Put your money in.
Yeah, really. You know Dante's opinion on it. So if Rosario was here, obviously, we'd be like, oh, well, hello to you too. I feel bad for her because she's a well-respected, highly talented, AAA fucking star, and I'm sure when she comes to these fans, kind of cons and stuff, they're like, hey, can you write You Never Go Ask the Man? Or can you write In the Heat of the Moment? Poor Marilyn Gigliotti gets, hey, try not to suck any dick on the way to the parking lot. I get away with it with the, hey, you supposed to be here today? That's an easy one. I'll have it on my grave. Randall has Jeff has tons of Randall lines that they can shout at him. Poor Trevor has, oh, sorry, Jesus, which I have a funny feeling we'll all be saying tonight. And now if you see the new one, Scott Schaffho's character, the Julie's Gum guy, will now have method, man. So it's fun stuff. So as far as ass to mouth, my opinion is no. You can panel the group and go, Marilyn,
No.
Scott, no, Jeff. Eat, sorry, Jesus. Austin.
Only on camera.
I forgot the question.
You go ask
Only
him
with
out.
Trevor.
Asked about, are you for,
Are you in for? Are you pro or against?
Yes, and
It's with me.
Me?
You know I mean everything, right?
Yeah. No, I think that's the reason why you got to get out of here so quickly. Anyway,
Thank you.
next question. There, quickly. She threw the script so hard and it hit him right in the package. Where we had to take a moment like, yo, what up, Marissa? What the fuck?
But I did not. I did not break character.
that hold scripts together, they hurt.
I did not break character.
No?
Because I actually was not on camera at that time, and I did not want to ruin the take. Because actually, it was kind of a nice little comeback, and I wish that was the scene that they used. But I wish if they hadn't used it, that they would have put it in the like the outtakes and stuff like that, because it was just, it's priceless. It
I
really
wish
was
they
priceless.
used it too. I can't have kids now. Should have been in the fucking movie.
But yeah, because in the first one, we didn't really have any scenes to. Oh no, we did. I'm sorry. We did have scenes together. I'm sorry.
Marissa, do you not know who I am? We've worked together.
No, but it was nice to be back. It was nice to be back and actually get to play again.
Scott? Wake up, Scott. They're asking, how was it to come back to the movie? Where am I?
Hold on, let me put my hands up your shirt.
It was a kick, and when I saw the gag he had for the gum guy, it's like the ultimate character actor thing to make fun of method acting, so I was totally down and excited. And speaking of what happens, I wasn't told. I only got like one page, so when I went to the costume fitting, they told me you're going to need an additional outfit for a certain
another
additional
scene.
scene.
Right.
And when I found out what it was, I was like, what?
Yeah?
That's all I can say, I guess, without killing it. For how many people in see it?
Yeah, about 10, 12
Four?
people. Don't
Okay.
spoil it. And plus, I have fucking sales to make, so shut up. Don't be stepping on my fucking business, bro. Well, there you go.
The guy talks and he ruins your whole business.
Yeah. For us, it was kind of like a time machine, me and Jeff. It was, you know, if you had told us, hey, 29 years from now, back in 93, like, you'll be back here saying the same bullshit again. And I'd be like, I never progressed as an actor, kill me now. But the laughs on that, on the audience, because we got to sell you the same fucking movie twice. We just turned the camera on the behind the scenes shit. So, there you go.
All right, this one's for Jeff, I guess.
Dude, you are so
I'll take it.
I was just gonna say.
Marissa.
I was just gonna say, despite you being an asshole in the movie, how do you feel being the hot one, even though Brian gets all the chicks?
You know what's really funny is she was able to insult both of us at the same time. This one is for Jeff, I guess, insult. And then beside being the hot one, like an insult to me. Oh, fuck.
Relax, Dan T.
Yeah, exactly.
This one's for Brian and Jeff. So you guys' characters are really relatable, I feel like, to a lot of average people, like, in the world. And I really enjoyed that about the movie. It was very simplistic. Was it easy for you guys to kind of transition from just being yourself in the movie, or did you kind of have to go to a different place?
He thinks we're actors.
He thinks you're average. I had to go to a different place.
By that he means he had to fly from California to New Jersey. That's the amount of different place when you talk to him. As far as like the first movie, we were all just praying to God we just get the words out that he wrote. And we just took this kind of character. I mean, Jeff in general is a really nice, easygoing kind of guy. I'm more the sarcastic, fucking fuck with you type of guy, if you haven't figured that out yet. And so to play these kind of characters, it was kind of fun. Jeff had, before Clerks, had never really acted before. Me me and Marilyn had done community theater before. Scott had been regularly auditioning for films and plays and TV in New York and New Jersey as well. So to go to a place, so to speak, I mean, this isn't Shakespeare or fucking Howard's End or something like that. It was just two dudes working in a video store and a convenience store in Jersey. Literally 2/3 of you could have done this fucking movie.
Meeting my husband in 2006.
Muzzles up.
So it's your fault I came with you.
Did you say Clerks 2 is where you guys met?
Yeah,
Both love donkey shit.
I was about to say.
I met my donkey.
Look at the husband behind you.
So my question actually, Clerks 3, it made me laugh, it made me cry a lot.
Right on.
Because
Pussy.
I know.
Shut up,
You have no idea who I'm saying. But actually my question is for Trevor. The ongoing gag that Elias had throughout Clerks 3 of the increasingly bizarre and hilarious, and I think you were
That's a weird way to say beautiful costumes.
beautiful, like Mardi Gras on acid, fantastic. I live in New Orleans, everything looks like Mardi Gras to me. I loved it. Can you talk about whose idea was that? How did that develop?
Yeah,
It was amazing.
that was the most fun thing for me. It was so great. I got on a call with Allie, who's our wardrobe, the lead wardrobe artist. She got me on a Zoom when we were still in pre-production. And we hit it off right away, and we were just joking around, and she just had me laughing. Like, I remember at one point she said, "How do you feel about capes?"
You got to set it up right, in a sense. All the script said from Kevin was, Elias goes, his idea of turning away from the Lord was he now wears a heavy metal T-shirt. That's all it said.
Yeah.
That's all it was for the description of how he went goth.
There was
so to
one.
speak.
There was
And
one
then
more.
The rest is all him.
There was one more description where in the next scene it said Elias appears even more goth. So there was the suggestion of it getting worse. And we just kind of were like rolling with it. And then as we were doing the fittings and we were still probably like a couple of weeks away from shooting, Kevin just kept telling us to go bigger and bigger. We kept going bigger, and then it got to the point where we were like one day away from shooting, and it was like, we're not going to be able to pull this back. We don't have time to get new costumes together and shoot. We were like, let's just swing for the fences. And yeah, what the best part I think is like, because it wasn't just wardrobe, it was hair and makeup too. The best part was like, probably 50% of the costumes, maybe more, maybe like 75%, were done while we were shooting. Like we were just cobbling the shit together, like while it was happening.
As we waited 30 to 4 minutes.
Where is Trevor?
I had an idea what I thought.
My favorite.
They were like, oh, they still have 20 feathers to apply. What?
My favorite is there was like, so there's the circus where, there's base camp where you get the hair and makeup, and then over here, like, there's where we're actually shooting. No, it is called the circus.
Yeah, some shows called the circus.
Yeah,
right?
okay.
It was
Fuck off. Anyway, there's base camp where like you get the hair and makeup, and then there's the set. So these people don't see each other throughout the day that much because they're just kind of far away. And so the point is that I would get in my outfit, and then I would come up to the set, and there's a bunch of people who are working up there who've like not seen it, don't know what to expect. And I would get 2 looks, mostly from men, that made like every day just so worth it. And the first look was this. And the second look is this.
Towards the end of the shoot, when we were waiting for a different kind of, because there's also makeup that's involved, very beautifully done. I remember at one time we're waiting, I'm like, what are we waiting for? We're waiting for Trevor. I'm like, for fuck's sake, when is Lady Gaga fucking showing up already? So here was the thing, as he talked about the pre-planning of what are we going to do with looks, the next thing you know, when they changed a few of the aspects of Blockchain's character, then all of a sudden the realization went, oh, what we should do is everything that Trevor does, Blockchain should have some sort of version of it. So literally the hair and makeup people like were tearing their hair out, like especially the costumes, like, I gotta double this?
Yeah. We really put them through their
But
paces.
in the end, as you can see, it pays off. And I feel bad because some of the scenes of him, especially when you're doing the montage of different shooting out, scenes that we did, you may see these guys in these costumes that took 3 hours to get together for like 10, 15 seconds. Some are even like 4 seconds of just like, oh, there it was. But thank you. Yeah, we loved our team that we had for hair, makeup, costume. They were unbelievable. We actually became friends where we correspond outside of this, and it's been a lot of fun. Thank you for that question. Seth Green is dope. I didn't say he couldn't pull off Jay. He just
I think
he
he's a
wouldn't
real
be Jay.
piece of shit.
Jay, by the way, sends his regards. Unfortunately, his stupid wife had to have a baby.
I love that his wife was pregnant and she was having a baby and she's like, Jay, you can't do any more cons. I need you here. Like, what the fuck is he gonna do?
No.
You'd be better off sending him to cons.
Have you tasted his
The
breast
baby
milk?
safer
No,
with
man.
him out of the state.
Jay uses breast milk is amazing. You know why? Because it's filled with Red Bull.
Okay, all right. That's a lot of Red Bull. So, my question is, during the Clerks 1, 2, and 3, where do you see the franchise of Clerks going in the next 10 years?
I mean, personally, I think Kevin's been following the classic storyline and franchise of Grumpy Old Men. So I think the last installment of Grumpy Old Men was Grumpy Old Men in Space, was it? Grumpy old men get a lobotomy? I don't know.
That's a low-key good idea, like Clerks, but it's in space, at a space station, and they interact with aliens and like different creatures.
To be honest with you, there was, back in the day, in the late 90s, some animator did Trooper Clerks. You can look it up online, where it was two stormtroopers who ran the convenience store on a Death Star. And they would just be in their stormtrooper fucking outfits, just talking random Empire bullshit. And it was hilarious.
That'd be a sick Adult Swim show.
I have a question about that. If the Clerks in our universe talk about Star Wars all day, do you think the Stormtrooper Clerks are like geeks about Kevin Smith movies?
You know what? I like it. But what planet would a Kevin Smith in that world be? Would it be Tatooine? Would it be Naboo? Would it be, ooh, these clerky people are terrible. You know, me so hated. I'm not best, I apologize. That was good. That was good.
Meta.
So meta.
Yeah.
Kevin would come in his jorts. Your father-in-law future, by the way. Right over here.
Thank you. Favorite movies. And the best theme from that movie is the Star Wars versus Lord of the Rings. Yeah. Especially that scene where you walk through it. Where I've read all of the Lord of the Rings books. You did that like 10-second synopsis of it. I was like, my God. So I guess what my question is, what is both of your beliefs on that, Star Wars versus Lord of the Rings?
Okay, I'll take this one. because I learned my lesson. Somebody at another con once asked, like, are you Lord of the Rings or Star Wars? And I was like, I don't know, I like them both. And they went, boom! And then I went, Lord of the Rings? And they went, boom! And then I went, Star Wars? And they went, yeah! So I get out, Star Wars, so much better. That's such a good scene because Star Wars is better than Lord of the Rings. Fuck Lord of the Rings.
I'm not going to weigh in on that, but I'll tell a little story. Last year was the first year I started doing cons. And we went to a con, and the Hobbits were there. That's the only reason I went. And this guy came up to me, he said, you know, I have a VIP pass. I'm going in to take a picture with the whole cast, and I'm allowed to bring somebody. Will you come with me? I'm like, absolutely. So we went in there, and we held up a sign, even the trees walked in those movies. They had to take a picture with us. It was awesome.
By the way, those guys are really fun to be with. The Hobbits are hilarious. Elijah.
They've got a good sense of humor.
Yeah, they got a really great sense of humor. We were at a con, Trevor, myself, and Jeff, and we were able to take a photo where someone, our great team, our agents team, went to the commissary, and they weren't even selling onion rings, but they got them to fry one onion ring to then have Trevor hold in the photo op with the Hobbits all like, oh. And just me and Jeff on the other side, just like, it's something I would treasure forever. And then from that point on, every time we would see like Moynihan or we'd see Billy Boyd or any of those guys, they were really geeked to see that we were on the same, list of guests as them, because they would all be like, oh my God, we're going to do something else, and we were like, yeah, let's do more, whatever you want to do. And it was a lot of fun, and I give those guys a lot of credit. They were a lot of fun to hang with.
Then they made me dress up like Arwen.
I think, though, they stopped coming to cons when we started hobbit tossing.
Back to the show, you book! Thank you for your question.
Elias established that he was absolutely stoked stoked for the upcoming live-action Transformers movie.
Correct.
Which, as we all know, spawned 4 god-awful, shitty sequels that completely disrespected the whole franchise. My question is...
Also correct.
Yes, absolutely. My question is...
Not debatable.
Thank you. My question for Trevor is, because Elias rationalized that Transformers are a different god, did the...
It's proof that God hates us, yes.
my question is, did the critical failure of the sequels have any sort of contribution to Elias's descent to Satanism?
Ooh. That's a fascinating question. I'm going to say yes. Fuck it, sure. Yeah. Elias loves his faith in God because Transformers is bad.
Now hearing this question, I was just, oh, thank God he said Trevor answers this question, because I've never seen any of those Transformers movies.
I haven't either. I just know one of them is called Dark of the Moon.
I think it's Dark Side of the Moon.
No, it's Dark of the Moon, right?
Yeah. The only 2 existing Transformers movies that are worth seeing are the 1986 G1 animated movie and Bumblebee, and hopefully Rise of the Beast. I'm so psyched for that.
Hey, is it true? I think this is true, but it's the cartoon one is like the last thing Orson Welles ever did.
Yes, he was Unicron, the planet-eating monster.
Yeah.
Maybe you two want to talk outside.
Hey, and just side Bumblebee, sick. And just a side note, he obviously is into ass to mouth, so you're golden. Thanks for the question.
Marissa, Marilyn.
I can hear you, they're just very old.
We've established that there, buddy.
Got him.
I know you didn't write the lines, but I wanted to say that as a young woman watching Clerks in the 90s for the first time, I love that the tone that you set in terms of your independence with your sexuality and the boundaries that you set. And I think that was the very first time I, as a young person, had ever seen someone say, fuck you, you don't have any say in what I did in my past. You don't get to have it. So, yes, I know Kevin Smith wrote it, you delivered it so fiercely and so memorably, and I just love that, and I wanted to say thank you for that performance.
Oh my God, no, thank you. I truly appreciate you saying that. I mean, credit kind of has to go to the writer, Kevin, but, you know, the fact that he gave me something so powerful to say on behalf of women, I appreciate as well. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And then the other question I had is Dante's sweater. Can you tell us a little bit about its journey?
About its journey? Oh, okay. Well, first of all, sweater's journey? Yeah. Well, hold on a second. Someone's talking fashion. Because I was the only one. I was the only one in the original that had one. I'm just kidding. First of all, that moment you just had, amazing. That was beautifully asked. Although every guy in this room went, well, what's her number then? Sexually independent woman? No, kidding. As far as that sweater, it was given to me by an ex-girlfriend. It was a Liz Claiborne sweater. Yes, it was. And I remember him was like, oh, we're going to shoot you. I'm like, oh, all right. And then we used Hershey's syrup because we were shooting in black and white. It just had to have the viscosity of blood and not actually the color of it. So they started tearing holes in this, like, sort of like, oh, it was a Liz Claiborne. So it was destroyed. We made that movie. Jump 29 years later, now we're recreating that sweater. We need to find that sweater for Clerks 3 because there are scenes we were creating, obviously. They couldn't find, I gave them the whole thing. They couldn't find one anywhere at all. So they literally had a loomist, what do you call a knitter? A woman who's like a professional knitter, knit that entire sweater from just the visuals on screen of what it was, yeah. So, and it was made of the softest fucking wool I've ever, it was just like wool from lambs of the Shire or some shit. It was so nice. We had it fitting. They made it larger than it was like necessary. I guess the woman was just like, I'm just going to keep on knitting.
Jesus, I thought I was a diva about my costumes.
Yeah. Well, no. So we shoot the movie. We pin it in because it was a little too long. Like we shoot the movie. We wrap. And they were like, do you want anything from the movie, the costumes? And there was things I wanted, like I wanted one of the hockey jerseys, of course. I wanted one of the smocks from the movie. I wanted one of the hockey balls that we had during the game, things like that. And then the one thing I said is, I definitely want that sweater. They were like, what? I'm like, well, he fucked up the first one in '93. He owes it. It may not be Liz Claiborne, but it's whatever her name is, Susan out in, Ohio, whatever it is. But I'm gonna have it because it was the softest fucking sweater I've ever had in my life. And they were like, oh, we'll work on it. Because they hold all the costumes for like 3 months during editing in case God forbid something fucks up and we have to do reshoots. So that they held it and it went through the whole clearance of everything. Like, is everything good? Can we give it a holler? And then they finally got it, and I was just like, oh. So
Brian loves sweaters. He's taking them back.
I do. Bring them back. Look out. Next thing you know, it's Kevin's been bringing the jorts back. Next thing you know, it's going to be the fucking Benetton colors. All that bullshit. But yeah, that was. Thanks for asking that sweater. It's in my office at home, and it's one of the softest things I've ever. Like if I could sleep on one sweater, it'd be that one. Anybody who has that itchy sweater, you know.
On a sweater?
Like one?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Is he like that when he does his films, or is
I don't listen to Kevin Smith podcast, so what does he do? Does he take shits and runs away like a random shitter?
Kevin has a podcast?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
He tells stories?
Yeah. He goes and gets like hamburgers and cheap, like goes in the middle of the night when they're filming and stuff, or is he pretty straight-laced on the movies?
Straight-laced Kevin? Straight-laced Kevin? Come on, you're supposed to laugh, fucker. He's super laid back all the time. First of all, he's stoned. He takes herbal supplements, as I like to say, all the time. The guy smokes more. Like Snoop Dogg goes to him like, whoa. You need to chillax. You're using up all my fucking weed in California, bro. So he's laid back all the time, and we've known him since '93. Jeff's known him since high school, and not even longer. So he knows him even longer than all of us. But he's always been chill. He's always running a very funny and chill. Scott, what do you think? Like really fun to work with kind of thing? I'm just pulling you into jobs that work.
Collaborative creativity. In that first movie, he really clung to the script. And
he was a Nazi then.
In fact,
script Nazi. He wasn't burning people. I just realized I'm in like the Alabama. They're like, really? I love this movie. No, I'm just kidding. I need to relook at that movie. I'm totally kidding.
Yoga hosers reference.
Yeah, but he was very like he would give line readings, which to an actor he'd be like, what? Like you don't tell. I want you to say it like this. I'm not even supposed to be here. I'm like, whoa, pump the brakes there, Scorsese. This ain't. I know how to say words. Like you're not saying them my way. Like that whole scene in Clerks 3 where he goes, you forgot the and. That really happened, but we didn't. We had already done takes, and he was not going to spend the money to do another take again because it was real film. It wasn't digital. And so it slipped him. It went by him. He didn't realize it until he was in the editing process.
But it really irked him.
It did irk him. Because 30 years later, he puts it in the script. And he's like, and so I want to talk to Jeff and Brian when I see, you know what I mean, Brian? Yes, fucker, I got it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. But there you go. But otherwise, it's fun. A lot of fun, chill. Thank you for coming. Bye. Have a good night.
I would say that though. Just because doing...
They were like, they brought up Nazis, we're out.
They're like, we're Nazis, we better go.
They're on to us.
They got really excited for a second.
We must go. We must go to the Wiener Schnitzel house. Let's go.
I just like living with him and doing Sun in Lockdown, like he was very chill with that, but I mean, I feel like on the set of Clerks 3, he turned into like motherfucking Tony Robbins, dude. Oh, yeah. Like he would just give out motivational speeches. Like he said he loved me in a speech to like all these people. I'm like, wait, what?
You cursed me out on the daily.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like he really came alive in a way that I have never seen.
Did you not hear us? A lot of weed.
No, but the thing is, I don't even know if he was like really that stoned while he was filming.
No, he wasn't. He's very into the movie, I'm sure. But there you go. Thank you. I think the cartoon was.
We did the cartoon. So we did the cartoon, and then we did the.
But on camera, no, yeah. On camera, the first time John Cena showed me.
Yes. So when we did the flying car, it was fun because we shot. You shoot pieces, obviously, and they shot me first. I kind of had a big long speech in that, and I did that. And then when they put the camera on Brian, I was just started fucking around with Brian, so I started doing it like really over the top, like cartoon Randall. And Kevin was like, Brian, stop! And they put the camera back on me, and he was like, I want you to do it like that. So that's like cartoon Randall came to life.
Yeah, it's a part of the Clerks 10-year anniversary Clerks X edition of Clerks. I think it might even be on YouTube. Someone has ported it to the YouTube. If you ever want, it's a short film. We're stuck. Dante and Randall are stuck in a car in traffic on the Garden State Parkway, and Randall proposes, "What would you do? I wish we had a flying car to fly over the traffic." And then he proposes the question, "What would you do to Dante? What would you do? What would you sacrifice to get the flying car?" And it gets a little crazy. Speaking about Nazis, they're referenced in it, so there you go. Good segue, Brad. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was funny because literally it was like a random Sunday or Saturday we shot in the parking lot of a church. Funny enough, once again doing that, and we had all the crew people park their cars in a row as if we were on the Garden State Parkway, and it worked out great. And it was supposed to be originally it was supposed to be an inspirational speech. To be shown at the Ford Motor Company's engineering's yearly, like, let's do some creative engineering kind of symposium, right? And it was going to be a film shown to, like, hundreds of these fucking employees for Ford Motor Company. So Kevin just submitted the script to them about what they want. And like I said, once again, Nazis are brought up, fucking hacking someone's foot is in it, someone diddling someone's peenie, and the Ford Motor Company went, what the fuck? So they passed. But Kevin was like, I put so much work into this. I actually referenced Nazis. You know how tough that is today? And so he said, fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway. And he was doing, at the time, different appearances on Tonight Show with Jay Leno. And Jay would have Kevin come on, and Kevin would do some sort of funny segment, like once a week or once every 2 weeks. So he made this short film and approached Jay Leno and said, do you mind if we show the short? And Jay said, yo, what do you mean? I can't put that thing, Kevin, that's fine. Next thing you know, this is before he lit his face on fire. And so he put relax, he's making funs about his crispy fucking skin as well. And then he showed it on, so technically we were on the Tonight Show.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
There you go.
I've been given the wrap-up signal.
I have just one final question.
Okay.
If that's all right. Oscar,
That's not how this works.
Oscar, are you dating anyone these days, or? Like you got a girlfriend, or anybody that we might know?
We're literally in an open relationship.
Oh, no. Wait, really?
Wow, that's going to be news to Harley.
That's great. Austin will not be in Clerks 4. Newsflash.
Well, Austin will not be in the state of fucking California if this happens. Dear Harley, yo, what's up, sister? I'm looking out for my boy's daughter, and yo, you got a fucking sketchy bro, boy. I'm putting it in terms that you fucking talk like. So listen, you better dump all that Ethereum and start fucking getting all cuckoo on the fucking Ethereum fucking craziness. And yo, fucking V, get on the VCon.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Holy shit, she said, Brian, are you on drugs?
Holy shit, she asked me what I'm doing tonight.
You are hot! I hear she's in an open relationship, apparently.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan O'Halloran and everybody, Jeff Anderson.